Halshick has more from Monroe County.
I just want to say hello, Pennsylvania, and I'm thrilled to be back in this incredible Commonwealth with so many proud, hardworking American patriots. That's what you are. So am I. I'm a proud, hard worker.
President Trump insists that his policies are turning around an economy that he says was in horrible shape during the Biden administration. Trump addressed a large crowd at the Mount Airy Resort in Mount Pocono. He says Pennsylvania is seeing growth thanks to his economic policies. He claims the benefits of tariffs are only beginning to be felt by consumers.
Since creation, we've created nearly 60,000 new Pennsylvania jobs, including 4,000 Pennsylvania manufacturing jobs that the Democrats gave up on.
Trump says his administration inherited massive inflation from the Biden administration.
It's 10 months, and already we have the largest investment ever made in the history of not our country, of any country anywhere in the world. Think of that.
People at this rally say they heard nothing but positive news.
I thought it was outstanding. He's just so natural, and he just communicates so well with everyone. He gets everyone very excited. Everybody just feels really like a big part of it. Like it feels like he's one of us.
The economy is definitely going forward. If you don't see that, you're blind. That's all I could say. And he's great. Like my wife said, he's genuine. He can talk to you freely and easily. And like my wife said, he just gets everybody in a great spirit moving forward.
Trump supporters say they're willing to give his policies a chance to work moving forward. Reporting in Monroe County, Andy Michalczyk, 2822 News.
Tonight's speech in Monroe County also brought out some protesters who don't agree with president's agenda and economic policies. Just down the road from Mount Airy, a protest was set up. Many gathered at the 5-point intersection to send a clear message about their disapproval of his administration. Protesters say they positioned themselves to be visible along his route because it gives them the best chance to have their message seen.
Donald Trump recently said that affordability is a hoax, and the vast majority of us here live the reality that we know affordability is not a hoax.
The protests outside of the venue were peaceful. An investigation is underway after 3 people were stabbed in Lackawanna County. Police say it happened at the German Apartments on Biden Street in Scranton tonight. Several police cars were seen at the corners of Wyoming and Penn Avenues after 7 p.m. The 3 victims are currently being treated at local hospitals. There's no update on their conditions, and authorities say a potential suspect is in custody, and there's no current threat to the public. A man faces charges after he ran from police during a DUI checkpoint in Luzerne County. Police say 20-year-old Jaden Kellawin tried to run from officers while they were conducting a checkpoint in Courtdale. Officers searched his vehicle and found he had bags of marijuana, a stolen firearm, and additional drug paraphernalia. Kellawin was arrested and faces several charges, including evading arrest on foot and DUI. 2 people have been arrested after they were caught burglarizing a smoke shop in Luzerne County. It happened Saturday at about 3 in the morning at Olasco Smoke Shop in Hazleton. Police say the front glass door was shattered and they found the 2 men inside the business. Both were arrested. One was a juvenile and the other was identified as Christopher Castro Sanlate. He faces burglary charges and remains in the Luzerne County Prison on bail. We're preparing for another winter storm to roll through. Chief Meteorologist Josh Hodell joins us now.
This is a smaller one, so it's not going to cause us major problems around here. You see a little bit of snow north of us. That's moving away, but you can see a little bit of snow and rain getting a little bit closer to Cleveland. Also into Pittsburgh. That's the kind of the core of the storm right here. Snow on the cold side, rain on the warm side, and for us, we end up getting a little bit of both as we go through our Wednesday. Downtown Scranton right now, it's 26. The wind's still a bit hefty at times, making it feel like it's in the upper teens. Temperatures are kind of holding in the, let's say, mid, maybe even upper 20s, but over the next couple of hours, these temperatures will slowly nudge up to around 30. And that's where we should be first thing Wednesday morning. Winter weather advisories are in effect for a good number of us. Candace will break down the timing of this storm, show you a snow map, and talk about some colder air trying to come back too. See you in a few minutes.
Thanks, Josh. Geisinger Community Medical Center now has the opportunity to expand its services in Scranton. Scranton City Council voted tonight to approve zoning changes that will allow the hospital to expand across the street on Colfax Avenue to help with overcapacity issues. Geisinger plans to construct a new building for extra clinical services, additional inpatient beds, as well as more parking and a bridge connecting the main campus. The vote comes after people living in the Hills section opposed it over concerns of their quality of life. After 2 hours of public comment, Council voted 3-2 in favor of the change. Students are preparing for the end of the semester and, of course, final exams that come with it. All week long on Penn State's Scranton campus, events are taking place as part of their Stress Busters Week. Events like Massage Monday and Holiday Bingo are helping students de-stress ahead of finals. And school staff says that this week of events is when they see the most engagement from their students, and the students appreciate the distraction.
You know, a lot of us kind of have, our separate lives other than college. So with all of the stress of college on top of everything else, it's just really overwhelming, and I feel like the events that they do on campus really, really help.
Being able to have these events on campus to promote just like a good well-being, good mindset and whatnot, just really helps us be like, hey, it's okay. Like, we don't have to worry too much about it. It's not the end of the world.
Many students say they feel prepared for their tests, but are even more ready for finals to be over. And Santa's elves are busy in Lackawanna County with a toy drive to help those who need it this holiday season. Inside Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church, there are hundreds of items ready to be put under the tree. Catholic Social Services is giving out gifts for more than 200 children in the Carbondale area. And people have the opportunity to shop for everything, from toys to clothes, when they might not otherwise be able to.
I mean, I think it's all about the dignity, right? You come in and you get to pick out what exactly your children like, I apologize. And I think that that's really important because you know that what they have under the Christmas tree is going to be something that they're going to be really happy with.
I like coming every year to see the same faces usually, but this year there's more new faces that we haven't seen before.
Catholic Social Services will host a second chance distribution tomorrow at Our Lady of Mount Carmel Church for anyone who missed registration or today's drive. Thousands of Pennsylvania retirees are hoping for a Christmas miracle. They say their pension problems have been documented for years and have been mostly ignored. Still ahead, how they're rallying for a raise. And a Senate committee hearing gets a bit contentious. The questions raised over the millions of dollars spent for added security at the governor's private home.
Insurance.com.
Imagine trying to pay today's bills on the same paycheck you got 2 decades ago. That's the plight of tens of thousands of PA state employees who retired before 2021 and rallied at the state capitol today. About 60,000 retired state workers and school employees were not included in Act 9 of 2001, which bumped pensions moving forward, ignoring those already retired. They're asking lawmakers for their first raise in nearly a quarter century, well aware legislators got an automatic 3.25% increase last week. Advocates say these people deserve better.
We have people in their 80s and 90s that are living off pennies a day. They shouldn't have to decide between groceries, medication, selling their houses that they work so hard for. We've got to just take care of them like they took care of us.
If we're not getting any kind of raise and someone who says no gets the raise, it's a little hard to handle it nicely.
Not fair.
Fair is my favorite four-letter word that starts with F.
Bills to give the pre-Act 9 retirees a raise have passed the House and stalled in the Senate. It will be the biggest ever public sector single union election in the history of Pennsylvania. At the Capitol today, the SEIU announced that Penn State faculty across all campuses plan to vote next year on whether to unionize. It would cover about 6,000 people. But why now after not being represented for all these years?
To bring transparency to their workplace, to bring job security to their workplace, to have the opportunity to have a greater voice at their workplace, to have some economic security at their workplace. And when major decisions happen, be it closures of campuses or massive system-wide buyouts, those workers should have a voice.
The university says it values the faculty and will review the petition when it receives it from the Pennsylvania Labor Relations Board. State Senate committee is looking into the cost of repairs and security upgrades at the governor's residence and Governor Shapiro's private home. The committee issued subpoenas today as it looks into the costs over the objections of Democrats. Republicans say the subpoenas are needed because of inconsistent responses from PennDOT and state police. The repairs and upgrades were made in the wake of the April arson at the governor's residence.
Dennis Owens,
in October,
28-22
Cody
News.
Balmer pleaded guilty to the attempted murder of the governor and other charges. And Dollar General will pay Pennsylvania more than $1.5 million to settle claims of overcharging customers in the Commonwealth. According to the state AG, Dollar General overcharged customers in PA 40% of the time during inspections between 2019 and 2023. Dollar General operates more than 900 locations in PA. Under the settlement, the company will pay Pennsylvania $1.55 million and train its employees on price tag issues and maintain sufficient staffing. State Treasurer Stacey Garrity is reminding Pennsylvanians who don't already or have not already applied for the property tax and rent rebate program that they have until the end of the month to do it. Property tax and rent rebate payments were dispersed starting July 1st. It paid more than 500,000 rebates, totaling more than $307 million. The deadline to apply for the rebate is December 31st. Accused killer Luigi Mangione returns to court, the latest as his defense team tries to have the key evidence tossed from the murder case still ahead. A shooting at Kentucky State University has left one person dead. Police say a second person is in critical condition and the suspected shooter is in custody. Officers in Frankfort responded to the situation in a campus building this afternoon. The university says multiple people were injured, but their conditions have not been confirmed. The campus remains on lockdown tonight. President Trump is changing his tune on releasing the video of a contested boat strike. Last week, the president said he supported releasing the video of a second strike on an alleged Venezuelan drug boat, which many accuse of being a war crime because of attacking incapacitated enemies. Well, now President Trump says he's deferring to his Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who says that they will need to review it before it is released. The president also warned that the military campaign against the cartels could go beyond boat strikes. In our Instapoll question today, we asked, do you think the U.S. should attack sites within Venezuela? Here is the final voting. Majority have said no. Come back tomorrow for another Instapoll question of the day. It's the fifth day of hearings in Luigi Mangioni's pretrial case in New York. Today marks 1 year since he was arrested at a McDonald's in Altoona. Police officer Stephen Fox took the stand today to share his recollection of Mangioni's arrest and finding the ammunition in his backpack. Mangioni chose not to speak to officers during the arrest, but during transportation to a Blair County courtroom, Fox said he did remark on the press gathered for, in his words, a mass murderer. Mangioni is pushing for the suppression of evidence gathered during the arrest. We'll be right back with your forecast.
Today.
We're already seeing some schedule changes.
I know, a little early.
Yeah.
But I guess it's better to know before you go to bed than to get the phone call in the morning.
I suppose. So that just means I just turned my alarm off, which is kind of nice.
I know, you don't have to wake up as early. Yes. For the rest of us, I think this is just going to be a little bit of a nuisance. Shouldn't be a big deal across the board. It's another fast mover. Not only are we in this active weather pattern, but it's a fast moving weather pattern. The initial part of the storm right here came through with maybe a flurry or snow shower at your house. That's it. That's the main part. Snow from Minneapolis to Chicago It's here in the morning. Right now, downtown Wilkes-Barre, 26. Feels like it's in the upper teens when you think about the wind. And in Pottsville right now, we're talking 23, and it feels like it's in the low teens. Temperatures are in the 20s. Slowly tonight, it will get a little bit warmer. In fact, most of us, I'd say around 28, 30 by the time we're going out the door Wednesday morning. But let's go back to earlier today. This morning, low of 3, that ties the record from 1902. It will not be nearly as cold getting our Wednesday started. Some light snow will move in first thing in the morning, anywhere between about 4 and 9. But as it gets warmer, we're going to see this light snow mix with or change to plain old rain. And then it comes to an end tomorrow afternoon. I would say by 5, 6, 7 o'clock, most, if not all, the steady action is done. Light snow starts 4 to 9 in the valleys. And for those of us who live a little bit farther south, that is where we have the best potential for the snow to either mix with or change to some plain old rain. I wouldn't be surprised if there are some pockets of freezing rain, but shouldn't be that big of a deal. This is wrapping up Wednesday afternoon. Like I said, a quick mover. Valleys, coating to maybe an inch or two. I don't think we're going to have big problems here in the valleys. I don't think we're going to have big problems across the hilltops either. 2 to 4 for the higher elevations. Maybe right here, somewhere between the back mountain and Dushore, LaPorte. Someone could end up with about 5 or 6 inches, but that should be it. Another thing that's going to help us out tomorrow, these temperatures. They're in the 30s, they're above freezing, so that should help us out with road conditions. But at the end of the day, this storm system is going to do one bigger thing for us, and that will be to reinforce the cold air on Thursday. Colder, windy, and more snow showers. Tonight, your future alert weather forecast, slowly rising temperatures. I think the light snow starts between about 4 and 9 o'clock. Tomorrow, a mix of light snow and light rain, tapering off through the afternoon. Highs in the 30s, and that's going to be good for the roads. Thursday could be a snow shower. Friday night, Saturday morning, some snow showers, light snow possible Saturday night. Colder Sunday afternoon, and it stays cold on Monday. So we're just kind of stuck in this kind of active cold weather pattern with these, quick little things just zipping through. And we're not looking at a big deal tomorrow. Okay, just be careful. Take it easy. A little bit of snow can make for slippery spots.
Thanks, Josh. A packed night of hoops, and the Phillies retain one of its stars. But first, too many mistakes for the Eagles on Monday night as they lose its 3rd straight game. Nick Zelaya joins us now with sports. Hey, Nick.
Hey, Candace. 5 turnovers from Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, and still the Birds managed to take the Chargers to overtime. But now Philadelphia falls to 8-5 with many questions and very few answers. This is the play that most remember from Monday night. Jalen Hurts, the interception and fumble on the very same play. First time a player has turned over the ball twice on the same play since 1978. The Eagles, they did a great job getting to Justin Herbert, sacking him 7 times, but sloppy football results in a 3rd consecutive loss. And Nick Sirianni making sure the blame isn't totally on his quarterback.
Game is the ultimate team game, so it's never just on one person. Now ultimately he always has the ball in his hands, and I know he'll wear a lot of that and own that, and I got to do a better job of helping him in those scenarios.
Lots of opportunities, especially when we get on the other side of the 50, and I wasn't able to get us in the box. I got to find ways to lead our team to victories. It's not something that's foreign to us. We're just not able to do it at the moment, and it starts with me and how I play, how I lead, and how I go out there and do my job.
The Eagles, hopefully with a get-right game in Week 15 when the 2-11 Las Vegas Raiders, they come to town for a 1 p.m. kickoff on Sunday. High school hoops, 2 undefeated squads meeting in Dallas. Abington Heights averaging 76 points a game this year, taking on the Mountaineers. The Comets sharp from the field in the first. That's Brady Comstock from deep Abington up 24-16 after one. Dallas fighting back. Chris Flanagan gets the friendliest bounce there is. He's good from straight away. It was a back and forth contest at least through the first 3 quarters. Andrew Kettle the steal, and he says, why not? I'll float it in myself. And on the very other end of the court, Tice Mason backing down his defender. Little bully ball down low. He gets the layup to go. We go to the fourth with Dallas up 46-42, and they close the game on an 18-4 run. Cale Berry, one of 4 players in double figures as Dallas, they win it over the Comets 64-46. The defending AAA state champs, Loyal Sock, hosting Danville tonight. Early on, it's Loyal Sock's Adeline Bastian finding Madison Wirtz, who lays it in for 2 off the left side, and more Loyal Sock as Bastian this time finding down low Elena Dotsie, who goes high off the glass for the bucket. Danville on the other side, they counter. Olivia Poe, nice jumper from the corner. She hits it, and more of the Lady Ironman. This time it's Bryn Wilson who drills the long 2 from straight away. Later in the first quarter, Loyal Sock continuing that great ball movement as they always do. It's Madison Wirtz getting a 2 underneath, and they follow up some more with Dotsie again. She's always causing havoc down low in the paint. Loyal Sock, a big victory at home. They defeat Danville 50-18. Well, one of the biggest names on the free agent market staying home. Kyle Schwarber agreeing to a 5-year, $150 million contract to stay with the Phillies. Schwarber smashed 56 home runs a year ago, the second most ever by a Philly, and he finished second in NL MVP voting, right behind Shohei Ohtani. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.